The artworks that survive for centuries are frequently changed by the centuries that they outlast. The Jenkins Vase in Cardiff is a good example of this process. It's a hybrid work belonging simultaneously to several different eras. The central drum of the vase is the oldest part. It started life in the 2nd century BCE as a small family altar, probably in a mausoleum where the ashes from generations of an extended family would be kept. It was probably carved by a team of Greek sculptors working in Italy for the Roman market. So even at the moment of its creation, it belonged to two places, two traditions, rather than one. It was hybrid from the very start. Sometime later, perhaps a couple of centuries later, an inscription was added, and this may indicate a change of ownership and possibly a change of use. The meaning of the inscription is not obvious, mostly because the meaning of the last 7 letters is unclear. The most plausible translations are: Greekia, daughter of Publius, Rufa Pompona, made this dedication with her own money by permission of the Senate to Diana Locia. Or, to Pomponia Diana, this place of burial was arranged with her own money and by permission of the Senate by Greekia Rufa, daughter of Publius. The inscription does not speak with one voice. The two translations lead in different directions. For the next 1,000 years or so, we know almost nothing about it. It may have been buried or forgotten or used for something else. But sometime in the Middle Ages, the altar was hollowed out and repurposed as a wellhead. By the 18th century, it had become part of a private collection in Naples, from where it was bought by Thomas Jenkins in 1769. Jenkins was a British expatriate who lived and worked in Rome. He was many things: artist, dealer, moneylender, spy. He sensed in the altar/wellhead the opportunity to make some money. Piranesi had recently concocted a classical vase from some ancient fragments, which was celebrated across Europe and worth a fortune. Jenkins thought he might be able to do something similar. He commissioned the sculptor Carlo Albertini, with whom he had worked before, to restore the vase. The figures on one side were badly damaged and were remade by Albertini. Look at all the seams and patches in Helen's arm and face. Albertini also added the lip above and the base and stem below to transform the hollow wellhead into a vase. The restoration is not homogeneous. The remodelled face of Paris is more archaic than the other faces. Its lines are straighter, the planes of the face smoother and more angular. Jenkins duly found a buyer, an English tourist, James Hugh Smith Barry, who was wildly enthusiastic at first, but after shipping it back to his house in Cheshire, he more or less lost interest in it. He even tried unsuccessfully to return it to Jenkins and get his money back. It remained in Cheshire, unseen and unwanted, for 200 years. It was eventually bought by the National Art Collections Fund and the Museum in Cardiff in 1976. Cardiff wasn't especially keen to have it at first. It's a very large, heavy object and awkward to display. Should it, for instance, be displayed with classical art or with 18th century works? In Cardiff, its function has changed once again. It is on permanent public display as you walk in through the doors to the historic art galleries. It is artwork number 1, the place from where the story of art in Cardiff begins. As such, it now stands for the whole classical tradition of Greece and Rome. The Jenkins vase escapes categorisation, and this means that the sort of things people normally say about works of art don't fit. You can't talk about the artist's intentions, because there's more than one artist involved. You can't talk about function, because that has changed radically over the years. You can't talk about style or period, because it incorporates several styles and spans more than one period. The work does not speak with one voice, but is polyphonic. Instead of a single performer, the work is like a whole parade marching toward us down the road of history, with different performers doing different things, all at the same time. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and visit my channel. think of a picture where you'll find lots more short, thought-provoking videos on art. Thank you.